Hello YouTube, this is Robo3840 for TNT Gaming, and today I'm starting my first full walkthrough. This isn't going to be a 100% walkthrough. I'm mainly only going to be covering the levels, not so much the open world collectibles. This is the first part of that, and I'm going to be doing, as you can probably tell by now, Lego Hobbit. I've always been a big fan of the Lego games. Started with an very early in my life, experience with Lego Star Wars. That was the best game ever. Then followed by Lego Pirates of the Caribbean and Lego Lord of the Rings. And then I just finished up playing some Lego Marvel, and now I'm looking into Lego Hobbit. So, I'm probably not going to be doing too much of a commentary for this because it's not really a game that requires a whole lot of strategy. However, if you want me to do a commentary, please just let me know. Let me know in the comments. What am I doing? There you go. And apparently that in the bottom corner is the Arkenstone, which frankly looks like an arc reactor to me.
My dear Frodo, you asked me once if I had told you everything there was to know about my adventures. It began long ago, in a land far away to the east. There was the city of Dale, peaceful and prosperous. For this city lay before the doors of the greatest kingdom in Middle-earth, Erebor, stronghold of Thrall, king under the mountain, mightiest of the dwarf lords. His line lay secure in the lives of his son and grandson. All would pay homage to him, even the great elven king, Thranduil. Ah, Frodo, Erebor.
My liege, our king asks you to go and oversee today's mining operation.
So something I should mention
Within the
out.
mountain itself, the beauty of this fortress city was legend.
Something I should mention, being where I'm just starting out, is I'm not going to be going for the, I'm not going to be going for so much of the true adventure or whatever that collect so many studs per level objective is in this playthrough, and that's mainly because it takes a whole lot of time, and I don't feel comfortable subjecting you guys to watching me spend 10 minutes randomly bashing things. I will probably kind of cover it when I do the free play version of each level. However, that will probably be a really streamlined version of it, as by that point I'll probably have the stud multipliers. And would you let me? You gonna make me smack this thing? Good grief. I knew to do that, it just didn't want to let me do it. So I gotta say, as far as Lego games go, this probably isn't my most favorite. My most favorite was, to be honest, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. However, I do like this one better than Lego Marvel, which I was just playing. The problem I found with Lego Marvel is, as opposed to some of the other Lego games, the character abilities weren't immediately... They weren't exactly something you could figure out. So like in this game, most of it is based off of either what size your character is, whether or not he's a dwarf, you know, if he's a wizard. It's mainly based off of really what weapon they're carrying. So you can tell at a glance what sort of ability the characters have and everything. However, with the LEGO Marvel series, which is the one that I just got done with, it's not as intuitive because it's based off of the character's lore, and there's a lot of
running like rivers through
there's
stone.
a lot of obscure characters in that game that's just like, how are you supposed to know that they have such an ability? Or some characters that you would think would have a certain ability, they don't. So that's why I kind of like this one. This is a little intro to the new crafting sequence and the loot that goes along with it. Anything you see sparkly on the ground like that, you can pick up. Most of the time you can get a decent amount of loot just by smashing random stuff. This is stuff especially we're looking for in the items like this. Go away. I already know that. Let's see, did I forget anything? Nope, it doesn't look like it. So at this point you walk up to the anvil, push button 3, you enter one of many little mini games in this game. Crafting sequences. So now it's basically the LEGO version of, I suppose you could say, Guitar Hero. And that definitely seems safe there.
The dwarves was unequaled, fashioning objects of great beauty out of diamond, emerald, ruby, and sapphire.
Give it the book. I've always found it interesting how he makes the key. It's such a beautiful key to be honest with you. And he just drops it on the ground. So at this point, you gotta grab that flute over there, give it to this guy, because this guy's a miner, and you'll need a miner for getting some more materials for another crafting sequence. Yep, you'll need it for a little ore like that. However, I need to take my hammer guy over here for starters. Okay, this is another little mini game. If you get it in this very center, he destroys the block in one hit, and you get more loot from it. If you don't, it takes longer, and you get less loot. Pretty simple game. If you have any concept of timing, that is. not have any wood. We do not have any rope. We do have stone. So I need to go find some of that. And like any game, if you're ever at a loss of what to do next, just bash things. Bash things, bash everything. See? Just bash random things, you'll get plenty of loot. And now we enter the master building process, something you may have seen in Lego the movie game. I have not messed with this at all because I did not play that version of the Lego games. Hopefully I'll be able to do okay for you guys. I couldn't even tell what that was. Oh well. I did okay. I was a little late on that last one, but honestly not too bad, in my opinion. Wow, that was a fast one. See, right there, how I missed, and then you just gotta keep it in the larger area,
down into the dark,
because you can no longer get that perfect strike.
That is where they found it. The Arkenstone, the heart of the mountain. But Thror's love of gold had grown too fierce. Sickness had begun to grow within him, and where sickness thrives, bad things will follow. The first they heard was a noise like a hurricane.
Hobbit! Sound the alarm!
What is it?
Dragon! Dragon!
He was a fire drake from the north. This city of men was nothing. For dragons covered gold with a dark and fierce desire. Smaug had come.
Like there, I think the first time we saw those was in Lego Lord of the Rings, and we also saw them more recently. In Lego Marvel, except in Lego Marvel they were red. Now we have fracture points, something common from Lego Lord of the Rings, and here we have something new. Buddy up attacks. You have to go up to a buddy, press your special button, and buddy up with them, and you need a buddy to destroy this fracture point. far as I'm aware, this is the first LEGO game to ever make use of that sort of a system. It's kind of interesting. Now I need another buddy. Who's going to be my buddy? He'll be my buddy. Come on. Come on. There we go.
Such wanton death was dealt that day.
So I gotta say, as far as following the movie, I really like how fairly accurate it is. I mean, obviously the movie didn't go into this much depth, but you still had, you know, it's not adding things, which LEGO games have generally been pretty good about that. One complaint I have, I just gotta mention is, honestly, I don't like the voice acting that much, which is why LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean was my favorite, because LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean didn't have that voice acting. And thus they had to kind of use the goofiness of the Legos to illustrate any plot points, which I always thought was kind of clever. I gotta say, as far as this one goes, though, it seems to be doing pretty good. Because, yeah, there is that narrating, but they're still using a lot of the LEGO acting to illustrate stuff. This concept is kind of new. I think it's kind of new. It might not be. But it's the idea of using a buddy to cross a chasm because one of them has a rope ability. Kind of interesting. I should also mention there's a mini kit coming up here. I'm gonna try to hold off on the quick kits and other stuff until I do the actual playthrough of the free play, which allows you to use any character if you're not that familiar with LEGO games. I guess I did actually grab it. Oh, when I do
Erebor was lost.
Hold for your lives! Hobbit!
Thranduil would not risk the lives of his kin against the wrath of the dragon. No help came from the elves that day, nor any day since. The young dwarf prince never forgave, and he never forgot.
So that has been the first level. As I was trying to say quickly there, I'm gonna kind of hold off on the collectibles and such until I actually go through the levels as, you know, doing the free play version of them. This is mainly, this first sequence is just going to be kind of the story levels, and then I'll also upload the free plays as I do them. So yeah, this has been the first level of LEGO Hobbit. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and if you want to see the next part, please hit that like button. The harder you hit that like button, the faster I'll get the next part up. As always, this has been Robo3840 for TNT Gaming, and you guys have a nice day.